It's been a while. It's been a while. Sorry for the delays. Life's been nice and hectic lately. How about you? Because I know you've been awaiting this with bated breath. So here we are, sitting down for a few minutes. Hope you're doing well. But you're probably not. You're probably not. Most people are not doing too well right now. I'm gonna let you in on a little trade secret. A little secret. Here's the secret. And I'll preface this with the fact that I don't care if you agree or believe me at all. I hope so. For your sake, I hope you do. But if you don't, that's quite all right. The fact that you're listening is enough for me. Remember, nothing is by coincidence. You're listening to this for a reason. It's not random. Anyway, the secret is that the problems that we have created for ourselves in this world currently cannot be fixed by any human. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you are on. It doesn't matter if you're not on it at all. I mean, you are, even if you think you're not, but that's another talk. No human is going to fix this. In fact, we're only going to make it worse, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to be soon. And right now is the time that you need to be getting your priorities in order. Because curtain call is coming, and you're going to be expected to play a role. There are different roles that you can choose, and there are different roles that certain individuals are going to want you to pursue, support, embody. And you should maybe make sure that you're all set. Because when curtain call comes, it's going to be curtain call, and it's not going to matter if you're ready or not, okay? It's not going to fucking matter. And you don't want to be on the outside banging on the door saying, please let me in. You don't want to be that guy. I promise you, you don't. So, anything that is not in your head can be taken from you. If you have possession of something and it is a material thing that you can hold and touch, I can walk over to you and snatch it out of your hand. I could, put a 45 to your head, and then I'll be the one with it in my hands, whatever it is. So my point is, you don't want to put value in things that can be stolen or can break or can deteriorate. The only things that don't deteriorate are the things in your head, your worldview, your ideals, your memories, your relationships, your opinions. Can't steal those. So that's why there are individuals right now doing their very best to alter them. They can't take them from you, so they want to do their best to alter them to fit their narrative. Their narrative is not one that has your best interest at heart. That's becoming more and more clear with the day. And if that isn't clear to you, I want to say this from a place of love and concern, but you're in a very, very, very bad spot if you think that really anyone has your best interest at heart. Really. So, with that being said, what is most important to you? Is it who Nicki Minaj is having beef with? Is that important to you? Is it the latest NFT scam? Is that important to you? Making some bread off that crypto bag? Bro? Is it the latest song by Lil Uzi? Is it I don't know. You get my point. All these things are vapid. These are worthless things. And our timelines, our newsreels, newspapers, whatever you go to for your news, it's all full of bullshit that doesn't matter. Like, you got to understand the updates you're getting from the powers that be and the suits on television. It's all fake. It's literally all fake. And even if it is real and proven, it's most likely a tool to distract you. This shit with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is super interesting. Love the guy. Hate that bitch. But, man, like, they're doing 24/7 daily live coverage of it. It's only getting that coverage because of who is involved. It's Johnny Depp. But I gotta tell you, as interesting as that case is, and as funny as the memes coming out of that case are, it's such a fucking waste of time, and it's all anyone is talking about. Meanwhile, on the other side of the pond, people are getting killed for their beliefs. People are getting separated from their families and never spoken of again. People are getting put in vans by the government and by their government and never seen from again, heard from again. So, but we're fucking worried about Johnny Depp? Come on, guys. Come on. Stop numbing your brain with distraction. Stop doing it. Stop scrolling on Instagram for once. Stop bothering with Facebook updates for once. The little updates. I love when I see on Facebook people posting memes about wanting to quit their job or kill themselves. Like, I know this is only true to a certain degree, but if you don't like where your life is, you are the only one that can change that. And I get certain circumstances are not so easily changed. But before you say, that's impossible, I can't do that, but what about this, but what about that, maybe fucking take a second to think, am I making a legitimate excuse or not right now? Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys, 50-50, probably half the time your excuses aren't valid and you're numbing yourself. That's dangerous. You're weakening yourself. You have to strengthen the mental muscle that you have, because when it comes time to exercise that mental muscle, if you're out of shape mentally, you're going to get fucked. Just like if you're not going to the gym and you're out of shape physically and a physical test comes your way, you're going to jog half a mile and feel like you want to die. You should not be okay with being in that state mentally or physically, really. But that's another talk. So what's important, guys? What's important to you? That's the daily question. You should be asking yourself that every day when you wake up. Question why you do the things you do, because I promise you, probably 20, 30, 40% of what you do in your day is coping mechanisms. It's numbing yourself. It's forgetting. It's distraction. It's fun time. How much money are you spending on mobile games? How much time are you spending on fucking Netflix watching fucking Family Guy? There's time for leisure, there is, and that's fine and human and normal, but that needs to take its proper place on your list of priorities, and I'm telling you, it needs to be way lower than it is. I promise you. I'm saying this out of love. I'm saying this because I give a fuck. I'm saying this because shit is getting worse and it's impossible to ignore. And I would rather offend some people and sound crazy but know that I'm telling the truth from a place of love than not say anything at all and watch this shit burn. You know, if it's gonna burn, I want to take as many friends and family with me for as long as I can if this shit is about to go down, because it is about to go down. And I know. It's been the end since the beginning, right? So crazy old conspiracy theorist Ethan right here talking about tinfoil hat shit, but I don't mind sounding crazy. I really don't. This isn't for entertainment. This isn't because I like to hear myself talk. But if I see something, every man is guilty for the good he doesn't do. I just saw that quote recently. Every man is guilty for the good he doesn't do. So if I'm seeing something and something's sticking out to me, I'm probably doing a disservice not saying it. But here on the internet, we're all screaming into the void. So, I mean, that's really it. Like, it is the void, and the only thing I can do is try. Maybe I'll change one person's mind. Maybe I'll better one person's day. But even if I don't, that's okay. I'm going to keep trying. Never know until you try, right? How much are you giving up on a daily basis because your coping mechanisms weren't sufficient enough that day to give you a good fucking mood? How reliant are you on outside influences to determine your internal happiness? That's what they want. They want you very dependent on all of their products that they are so eager to sell you. How dependent are you? You got to get to a place where you can smile on the inside, even if everything around you is hell, because that's coming. We're basically already there. But if you're listening to this, you're probably lucky enough to be living in America. So, it's not as bad here yet, but it's coming. It is coming. And if you still don't think it is, well, first of all, I don't know how you're still listening to me rant if you don't think that's the case, because that's pretty much all I talk about. State of the world is not good. The state of the world is not as it seems. We're not fighting a physical battle here, guys. This is the reason shit doesn't make sense, is because I can't speak. The forces that are influencing these events are not forces that you can see. They're not forces that you can comprehend. So that's why none of it makes sense. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to confuse you. You're supposed to be afraid, so you suckle on the teat of the government, because they are the ones that will keep you safe and happy and provided for. Not good times, guys. Not good times. I'll probably cap it off at that, but the point is, despite it not being good times, you've got to get to the place in your head where you can make it a good time no matter what. You've got to be able to smile. You've got to be able to focus on the things that are good, the things that are lovely, right? The things that are positive. I read a story once, a true story, and these dudes were stranded at sea on a boat, and I think there was 2 or 3 of them, and 2 of them tried to stay positive, and they were stranded at sea, but they were singing to each other every day and smiling and telling jokes to try and keep their spirits up, even though they had like no water, no food. They're baking in the sun all fucking day, hallucinating. There's sharks around their like raft, right? This is a real story. And the one of the 3 was, it might have been 2. Anyway, one dude was not willing to be hopeful, and he was depressed and shit. Guess who fucking wasted away on the raft and died, and guess who lived? The dude who was depressed and was giving up mentally is the one who died first. His body literally gave out first. But the dudes, even though he was equally as sunburnt and deprived of sleep and food and water, the other dudes, they were just as deprived. But they were singing, they were smiling, and they said, fuck it. We're going to get through this. And they did. So, don't be that guy. Don't be the guy on the boat that just sits there. Get up and do something. Get up and smile. Sing a song even if you fucking... even if your voice is as scratchy and dry from screaming and crying and yelling. You better start singing anyway. Just because you have the physical ability to do so. Literally. It's going to get that bad. But focus on the things that make you happy. Focus on positive, life-affirming, love-affirming, family-affirming things. Not things that divide people, but things that bring people together. Because division is the end goal for the people who are in charge right now. So luckily they're not going to be in charge for much longer, but do with this what you will. I hope you fucking, even if it's not a good day, you need to be able to make it a good day, and I hope you do. I hope you have the balls to try. And this is coming from someone who historically has not had the balls to try. So when I say these things, I'm saying it once again from a place of concern and a place of experience and regret. So go kick ass today. Go do what you need to do. And people are going to fuck with you. It's going to be shitty. There's going to be really bad drivers on the road. There's going to be all kinds of bullshit in your day today. But every time something bad happens, just try and smile at it. Laugh at it. Laugh at the absurdity of this stupid shit we have to go through that we never asked for, right? None of us asked for this. Laugh at it. It's a joke. It's a big cosmic joke. And if you can start to laugh at it, you're going to be unstoppable mentally. And that's what they're most afraid of. They don't want you to be able to do that. Make it a good day.